And welcome, my fellow scout troopers, to a 4v4 Napoleon Total War 3 sent to me by Johnny the Buffin. His allies today are Richard the Lionheart, Don and Guy. Their opponents today are Gustavus Adolphus, Sydney, Sniper Spitak, and Angry Peasant. The map we are at is Netherlands 4. The points today on the field, we are two 4-pointers. The blue team's, I think, just covering it right now. So that's 10 points there in the middle. We've got 3 points there, 13 points. And 15 points today, so it's a map with plenty of points up for grabs today. But we'll see whether or not they go for the victory or go for the lock victory. Time will tell. We have Russia here, 1812. His ally is UK, España, Portugal. We have the Netherlands, who are UK Netherlands. And we have España. You know, whilst I've seen España, you've always seen the UK variant. Their opponents today are Ludus in the mist, which is a little bit unusual. Okay, over here it looks like we've got a French Riband force. Yep, it is the flag. You can hear the army marching in the forest. And we have 3 other French armies over here on the beach. It's been a while since I've been here on this map, but I remember it. It's been in here at morning, been here at night time. Very memorable battles here. Lots of trees. The terrain is also a bit of a headache. So using artillery and using cav is going to be difficult. Which means it might come down to the infantry on both sides to determine victory today. There's plenty of buildings for infantry to take cover behind. Same goes for generals and cav as well. Looks like we've got some units that can stay hidden, vanguard units that have deployed mines throughout the town. The thing is, you can actually see these mines if you're on the opposing team as well, from memory. So, be careful. I think this is actually Johnny's force. Don't step on the mine, Johnny. He's gonna walk on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can't see the mine, but I thought you could. Alright, that mine's either a dud or it's just brown grass. I guess it was brown, I guess it was discolored grass or something. I didn't know that grass could turn red on the ground. Alright, that's a new one. So all these little spotches here, it's not mines. Jeez, that's confusing as hell. Alright, that's worthy of noting. If you have a faction that deploys mines, just stick it in the red zones. They'll be able to tell the difference and then boom. That's actually pretty interesting. Wow. Okay. Red ground. That's a new one. Now, we just got Cav exploring the town. I'm not too sure. Can these guys form a square? No, they can't. But they do have Cav cover, so I guess that's why I feel comfortable walking by themselves ahead of the army. France has some Cav outside the town. Looks like they don't want to engage Russia right now. Both teams getting themselves into position right now. If you want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this channel, you can send it to the links you'll find in the video description below, which is of course my email at scoutsoфentertainment@gmail.com. You can post it to my Discord server, Scouts Reconnaissance, as well. Link to join my Discord server you'll also find there. Hope to hear from you guys soon. And with that, let's do a small cut, and we'll come back once the first combat begins. Okay guys, we've got our first charge. Spain was actually scouting for the French soldiers, but they've come out of nowhere and swarmed the Spanish player. He's got reinforcements hidden in the trees here, but they were just sort of scouting. They tried to come to the units A, but they've been slowed down by the forest. Oh, we got a side charge. They made it out. We got some confusion now. Don't know who to help. Now, Spain, I don't know if Spain ordered them to attack this unit or not, but he's given them a lot of time to turn things around. Well, the initiative was all with the French player and he took it. Spain might lose all their cavalry units. This unit's trying to get away. It's being chased as well. but he's running into enemy forces. Oh, well, they broke one unit at least. But Spain won't get that unit back. And just like that, all their cav is gone. Unlucky. Do we have a battle up north going on here or not? We've got UK España. He's surrounding the French Riben player. Unclear how much cav he has. We can only see one unit so far. But given his positioning where he's putting the cav unit, it's a little bit weird. He's almost putting it between the two enemy cav units, so they're inviting him to sandwich the cav force. Granted, the French cav unit here does, well, it's huge in number. Seems to be a mid-tier cav unit. Mid to light tier. They're going to charge into the Spanish player. He's going to actually try and get away here. Okay, so looks like Johnny's army. I'm assuming this is Johnny's army. Russia's army here is occupying the city right now. France is going to try and come at him. Netherlands is going to hold their position here. Same with Spain. They're just going to see if France comes at them from the beach. Well, Johnny will have UK Spain on his right, so he won't be alone if the Imperial Alliance does come at him hard at the town. If you're France, would you approach it this way? You attack the town head on. You've got French Riben 2 circling around. Now, his intention is probably to push UK Spain back and then help envelop the town from his side. And the other two French players deliberately move from this direction here to cut off Netherlands from Russia, and then send half their force to hold back Netherlands army and Spain's army, while the other half moves into the town and just tries to smother Russia. And then one by one they just start wiping out the coalition forces from there. Spain's bringing up their artillery. UK Spain's bringing up their artillery. Let's call them UK. It's going to get confusing. We have some 6-pounders here. But France is doing a nice job to set up a nice perimeter. They must have cav in their back, because, well, it looks pretty exposed right now. At the rear, anyway. Buildings would have afforded Russia a lot of cover there from that artillery. Russia did not deploy this artillery very well. Only one piece, or one cannon, is in the right position. The other two sets will be useless. And one guy just went flying. UK is just harassing their flank. He's also got a unit behind enemy lines, deep behind enemy lines. They're walking, but they're hidden, so they don't know he's there. But then the French forces also could be hidden to him. So he doesn't want to detect them, or he'll be detected too. As if on a dime, the cav unit turns, but it's not coming towards him. He's just moving through the forest. Might be heading towards the left flank to help out his teammate. He's probably calling for reinforcements because he can see a crap ton of cav on his side. And says, guys, I need help. Send reinforcements. Now, we've got French artillery moving up over here. Maybe. It looks like a general unit, actually. Must be a large army there. That's what caused that. That's why moving so funny. So the general unit just walked through their army. Jeez. This map makes cavalry almost impossible. Water would slow you down. Really blunt any charge. You gotta make sure the cav unit's on the same patch of field as the rest of your foe. Otherwise you're not getting towards them in a hurry. You're not getting out of there that fast. You're being chased either. Anyway, things are sort of dying down. It looks like something's about to start. Okay, here we go. Spain made their move, and they took out the artillery crew. That looks like a 12-pounder too. That's a bit of a loss there to the French forces. They're not done. France can see all these guys. They're not hidden. Oh, actually, these guys are hidden. But the other three, two of the 4 units here are hidden. Okay. And what this is doing is actually pulling France away from the town. And this is great news here for Russia. Huge weight off his shoulders. It buys the coalition more time to get themselves organised. And it looks like they have to do a cut here. So I'll see you soon. Yeah, we have Russia here charged a French cav force unsuccessfully, however. Looks like some French lancers versus some Russia lancers, and the French killed it. These annihilated the Russian lancers. Must be more heavily armored. Alright, the first shots have been fired. France is crossing the river, so kudos to the Imperials for moving towards their enemy. We've got Spanish artillery firing at the French artillery just here.
Our men are running.
Looking at these impact zones, it looks like France is struggling to clear the small mound there in front of them. That's when you're going to move your arty, guys. You can't just stay there. Your firing is useless. Now, Russia looks like they're going to make a charge into the French forces. Yep, they're charging. Well, this did not pan out very well for them at all. I guess you can chalk that up to testing the waters, but geez, it looks like he might be trying to plan a rear charge here. We got the French general there. We got artillery here. Lancers are charging in.
Our men are running.
It's close, yes, mission accomplished, but it cost him some decent dragoons. Well, Russia's peppering France from 2 sides. They're losing men probably at a faster pace than they would like. French infantry really struggling to return fire effectively. So far the coalition has them outmaneuvered. Yeah, it looks like they lost UK lost one of their cav units, but they've moved up here on their enemy. They've left some forces there to protect the right flank of the town. Sorry about that. Of the town. So they divided up their army. That was a nice volley. There's a great volley there from them. And actually forcing France back even more. And it's probably not a good idea to pursue, especially with only half your army. He moves up, he could be outflanked by the other half of the French force in the forest here, so he's got to be careful. He's got cav to protect him, so you know he won't be I suppose rear charged anytime soon. So UK also left a cav unit over here in the gap. Is that a gap or is that skirmishes? No, it's skirmishes. Jeez. So if you're the French, would you actually charge in a cav unit in between these guys right now? Press hard with the infantry, at the same time move the cav from behind and try to isolate and destroy this entire force here. I know there's cav over here, but that's what that cav is for, to deal with.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Would you organise with your other teammates to send you reinforcements so you could outflank and destroy this force here? Because if you can get enemy cav behind them, at the same time you press with the infantry, these guys won't last very long under that kind of pressure. Even if they do form square, because they'll be destroyed by the infantry, which are already moved up too close for them to really run away from. False start there from the Frenchie. He doesn't want to engage just yet. Okay, I'm not sure what these Zapadors are doing, but they better move back soon or they're going to get annihilated. They're also in the way of their artillery. But It looks like they moved there to lay down some spikes to protect the artillery from the cat charge from that direction. As this one cue, here comes some cavalry. Well, the stakes didn't help, unfortunately. They took out some cav, but it didn't do the job. That would annoy him pretty much. Information, these French soldiers aren't the best. Let's see what the Netherlands can do here. Well, they didn't lose too many, it's not that bad. Meanwhile, France charged in with their cav. They've broken a couple of units here of the Spaniards. There's a heavy attack engagement to the north. So it looks like UK has really stepped up their attack here on the French. And this cav battle's in full swing. And UK won it. Okay, he murdered his entire army. I guess he was confident the enemy wouldn't get behind him. And they're pushing the French back. We also got Spanish cav here. On either side.
Yes, sir.
Oh god. These are grenadiers, these aren't cav. They're trying to isolate and cut off this French player from the rest of his teammates. And effectively they got him surrounded. And they're just sort of moving him away from his own allies here. Like, he's trying to get away, but you have to go through the UK Grenadiers, and to get through them, those Grenadiers are going to slow them down considerably. Looks like the player here left behind one unit to try and slow down the enemy. The other UK forces are ignoring them entirely. You think they just bayonet charging from behind, you know? Geez, what do you do if you're this guy, eh? You got cav behind you, you're walking towards, you got infantry you're running away from, you got troops on all sides. Quickly, I'll just tell you what I probably would want to try and do to get out of this from this guy. I'll probably line up these guys here, shoot the UK forces, move my army around these 4 units here, or 5. Also, you know, keeping a couple of units, the scrabbles, towards closest to the cav. Work my way around, reform, and try and shoot the UK forces as they come towards me from this direction here. Not saying it will work, but given how they're sort of hurting this guy, he's got to do something to break away and stop moving where they're pushing him to. A bit of a battle against across the gully here. I do want to get back to the other battle, just briefly. Let's have a look. Okay, France is losing forces at a much faster rate here than Spain. So it looks like he put the right forces here on his flank. And the militia, jeez. We've got 3 units here in column formation. But, geez, Spain was ready for him. Okay. These are regular troops, these aren't militias. Russia sending over some cav in support, charging the grenadiers from behind. We've got French infantry behind. These guys here, they could have fired into the Russian cav. France sending in their cav. How good's this cavalry here? It's heavy cav here from Spain. Russia sending over more cav, more dragoons. Geez, France is going for a massive push here. He's trying to turn the tables on Spain. Russia's sending over more cav here. They're going to try and push France back across the gully. Kind of looks like France is winning this one. If these guys form up and they're shooting at the French soldiers there, that would definitely help. But they're militia.
Our men are running.
So the reload skill would be poor, the accuracy would be poor. And a charge into them will probably break them very quickly. Ooh, they just killed an enemy general there. Gustavus. Okay, it's the French general over here. He's being worn down. But they're losing on the they're losing to the south. They're going to be pushed back soon, it looks like. There's a nice counter attack there from the Imperials. They're going for it. Great charge. Just slammed into him. They'd also be shot in the back. Oh no, these guys moved up. A bit of pressure there on the cav. It might have been better if UK kept up the fire when the cav was charging in, just to sort of play with their morale a little bit of the enemy. Might make them break faster, you know. Well, moving up close, I suppose, does the same job, but clearly not as fast. Because I think did they lose that cav? I think that cav did break. No, Francis isn't gone just yet, but he's on the way out for sure. Okay, they're charging in again. I'll be able to break all 3 infantry units here. Now these units are already engaged, so they can't form square yet. Well, they're unable to form square. So if they can, they won't be able to. Well, that's clever. Rotating out when the morale starts to weaken, send the other one in to finish the job. Very nice. Alright, so victory there for UK España. He's going to head over and join his teammates. Meanwhile, regular España is on the way out. He's down to a few units. But he can still act as a thorn to his enemy's side. France still has a considerable number of cav. We've got here, we've got some Zapodors. They got to coordinate, they can shoot these guys from 2 sides here. Oh, don't charge in. No, he's charging in. And I guess we'll see how well they are with their bayonets. No, I should have fired with them, mate. Might have helped a bit more. I think Spain is literally shooting into a hill here. The positioning is awful. Then again, his enemy can't hit him either. But what's awful about it is not the player, of course. It's the positioning of the units. They're shooting into dirt, literally. That's it. I mean, it'll be alright. It'll be just fine once the French forces clear the hill here, but that's when they get to the crest. So they can shoot over the hill a little bit. I've seen so many bullet impacts there into the ground already. Okay, some Netherlands Highlanders, Cameron Highlanders, an expensive unit. Okay, Netherlands is falling back. He's trying to conserve his force. I guess they're just waiting for UK to come down and join them. Attack France from the flank. If you're France, the momentum over here is all with you, so you want to advance. You want to fire, advance, and try and kill as many of these guys as you can before the other UK player arrives. Last thing you want is for these guys to be reinforced. Especially when you're winning the battle of attrition. There's some movement here in the center. Is he going to charge these guys in? They're moving up. They're crossing the river. They are being fired upon. You also got Cav joining them too. I'm not too sure where they're going with this. Okay. Not a bad assault. Looks like they got across easy peasy, actually. Netherlands has just turned tail and run. Oh, come on, España, get your general out of there. Russia's going to start firing soon, and you're going to be in the way. You're going to die. Oh man, these guys come from square. But luckily the French cav isn't charging into them. So right now they're trying to get away. There's a good chance they will, but they're going to have to deal with France who's coming at their left flank pretty hard. Russia's going to be up and join Netherlands on the front lines. I don't know why he's standing back like this. This isn't helping his teammates. I know the artillery's here, which is probably why he's standing back here. But it doesn't explain why Netherlands is still here. He's got too many units, so he has to put some in reserve and stretch the other ones out across the line with the space that he has. So they're firing canister shot. Solid. If that doesn't force them back, what will? First foot guards. Yeah, hopefully Netherlands doesn't retreat too far. Doesn't leave Russia high and dry, you know? And has some cav just to sort of detect where the enemy's coming from. But they can't hold. They're gonna have to pull back. They don't have the force to beat back or hold back the French that are coming their way right there. But UK España has arrived. They might throw a nail or a screw into the French's plans. So one's gone on a suicide charge. Crews running back to their stations to try and fire into the enemy cavalry. I've got Russian grenadiers firing into them. Also an infantry now blocking their path. It just takes time for the crew to get set up again. We've got the lifeguards here. The cheeses. The cheeses? Really? Okay. Fairly decent. Good heavy cab. Good size as well. France has got to move. There's no time to stall. Geez, Russia's hyper aggressive. Why is he sending men around the flank by himself? These guys are winded, they're not too tired. Netherlands has some men in reserve behind the buildings here. We've got a 6-pounder. We're running out of men fast. This crew won't last much longer. Geez, might get one more shot off at this rate. Come on, guys. Jeez, why isn't UK trying to charge these guys, maybe? Oh, here we go. Oh, that didn't kill as many as I probably would have liked. Okay. Okay, so artillery hit near him. Okay, France is making their move. They're coming at him. Russia's out of position here. He can't get out of here if he doesn't move fast. Oh, geez, he's pressing the French hard in front of you, isn't he? It's a bit of a gamble. That won't hold the French back for very long. We've got French cav coming in. And these units here, they can't form square. But there wasn't a good charge into their ranks. Jeez, give this unit a medal. It's charged into deep enemy territory, fighting either side of the river, seemingly smashing any unit it goes up against. Jeez, admirable. What is that unit called? Liana Pekota. Jeez, artillery blew this unit in half. Oh man, please fire. France, why aren't you charging? You should be bayonet charging this guy. I don't know, maybe he's telling him to do that. Oh, well done. Just got in there. Jeez. Could have been 2 blasts. France is overrunning the Netherlands' position. Now, what can the Russians do here? That's asking a lot. Trying to fight off against 4 units?
rubbing.
They're charging into their ranks. The UK has no choice, he has to attack. We've got UK Cav coming in. Well, Netherlands Cav. But since these guys are already engaged with the can form square, they wouldn't be able to form a square while the unit's being engaged right now. Alright, Russia's got another unit coming in with a vengeance. Really, he backed up by Netherlands Cav here. And that's forced the French's back here. Good counter-attack. It's got France on the back foot. He is withdrawing. He's withdrawing some of these units. Guess these guys are going to reform and try and just face off against the potential Russian and Netherlands forces coming at them from this direction, potentially. But if you're on the Netherlands here, are you trying to get through that gap so you can hit maybe a few generals over here, maybe? You know, Russia's moved out of the town pretty much entirely to help on the front lines. The Netherlands has got to check where they're marching their cav. It's being shot at by their own friendly forces. And that's what you get when you run your troops through line infantry that are firing. Geez, Netherlands looks really thin here. But they're moving to the high ground, which is good. How's it going over here? Well, the coalition would be reinvigorated by that counter-attack. France was pressing them pretty hard, but combined with the Netherlands cavalry there and the Russian infantry push, they basically threw them back. Okay, Netherlands here. They've got a large unit lined up here. Definitely got more rifles shooting at the French than you have the French shooting at the UK forces here. Oh, Netherlands, geez, I can't really tell sometimes. No, but I'm not close. Okay, they're down. Yeah, it's probably not smart for France to come at them this way. And those buildings force them into tighter column formations. They're just easier to pick off by the Netherlands forces, which are nicely spaced out, lined up. Can easily fire big volleys there into a small space. So France is not in a good position on the right flank. Geez, they probably maybe should abandon the town entirely and move some forces left and right and try and deal with the UK and Russian forces on the flanks. Try to win that way and then move into the center together after that. Well, the UK over here appears to be struggling. Hey, and this player is back when I thought he was gone. I mean, he still might be gone, but he had a unit to come back. Looks like he tried to sneak up on the UK, but he was having none of it. His forces are trying to reform. Both sides are shaky on morale in certain parts. Geez, that cannonball went through the ground into the enemy force after that. You could get bayonet charge into that unit there. It's just fired. You see, now would be the time to charge in. Go for the bayonet charge after the last one fires. That's it. Now you got maybe 20 seconds to get in there. Looks like Russia's going to try and go. Oh no, he's not going to go for it. But I think that was UK's moment there to charge in this unit here of 40th Nottinghamshire Foot. I think that was the best chance to take out the artillery then and there. Russia's moved up a 6-pounder. So both sides still have artillery. Frying canister just slams into him. Oh, Cav could come at him. Yep, here they come. Oh no! Oh, he might have been killed by the Netherlands charge. Because you can kill your own teammates or your own troops as well with a rear charge like that. Netherlands did mean well. He was trying to save Russia, but in the end he might actually killed him. But he's trying to redeem himself. Can he do it? He broke the unit.
We have killed their general, sir.
Yep.
They must pray.
What a way to redeem yourself. You just killed your teammate's general and now you've killed your enemy's general straight after that. And broken through the enemy lines. So, you know, I think Netherlands has redeemed himself in my eyes there. What about you guys? Would you forgive your teammate? he meant well. Oh man. That sucks. But, you know, Russia would still be feeling okay at this point because Netherlands has made up for it. And that unit is at 56. These lifeguards are really performing admirably. I mean, we've seen two standout units so far in this battle. That Russian unit that moved into the enemy lines, which seemed to be fighting forever under pressure. And now this unit of lifeguards, which is doing really well. Looks like Russia has a few units of the Pekota. They're not grenadiers. See, if Russia's infantry is attacking a general unit, but the morale isn't that great. That's the general there.
We have killed their general, sir.
Oh, they just
Now
got him.
must pray.
Sniper Smithak. Unlucky sniper. Okay, French forces here have been broken. Look, France might have lost over here, but damn, they gave it a good try. They definitely had the coalition forces on the back foot on multiple occasions there, but a few well-timed counterattacks just got the coalition on side back in the fight when they needed it most. So this is the largest collection of French forces at the moment. All that are left, really. Both these armies have clearly been through it. You can just see the loss in each unit. Both look like they've been exhausted. And heavily depleted. I kind of wonder why he's moving away. I mean, his enemy has the forces just to move and follow and then surround him at a later date. But yeah, it just seems like he's trying to postpone the inevitable. Jeez, this unit's highly accurate. King German Legion 7 foot. Single volley took out 6 or 7 soldiers at once. Coalition must be out of cav. Maybe those lifeguards have had enough and they've been through it. Come on. Yep, the general's charging. But then he broke on his own. Nothing you can do about that. Now he's got a few isolated units being picked off, but we are basically done here. Just some broken units coming back. Okay, we're just here to see the Russian cleanup crew. And there they go. Yeah, Russia's cleaning up everywhere over here. Alright guys, this is the final unit. And we are finished here. That's it guys. Okay, so I'll put the table up for you guys to see who got how many kills there. We'll just wait a minute, give you guys a quick time just to see how many kills each player got. Okay. Unit stats were... Okay, looking at unit kill counts here. The Pekota 114, I wonder if that's the unit we praised earlier, or I praised earlier. The rest of the units range from 86 down to zip. Yeah, artillery getting a few kills there. General obviously didn't get any, that's well less to be expected. Not a bad performance there, well done. Thank you Johnny for sending me the replay, that was an awesome replay. If you want to see your own Total War replay featured right here guys, don't forget to check out those 2 links you'll find in the video description below. Hope to hear from you soon. This is Micka from Scouts Entertainment signing off. Clean those rifles guys, and I'll see you in the next Total War battle.